Have you ever noticed how every celebration seems to come with cake? From birthdays to weddings, from graduations to office parties, there's always a reason to slice into something sweet. But cake isn't just dessert, it's an experience, a tradition, and sometimes even a symbol. Today, we're digging into the sweet history, the psychology, and the delicious types of cakes that make us feel like life is worth celebrating. This is Kitchen to Entertain, where effortless entertaining begins. Let's rewind the timeline and see where cake all began. From ancient civilizations crafting sweetened bread to modern multi-tiered wedding masterpieces, cake has evolved across cultures and centuries. It all started in ancient Egypt with dense honeyed bread, then moved through Greece and Rome where cakes became divine offerings. By medieval Europe, they were loaded with fruit and spice, baked for feasts and royalty. Then came the 17th and 18th centuries, the birth of the modern cake thanks to egg whites and baking powder. So yes, your birthday cake has quite the family tree. In ancient Egypt, the earliest version of cake was nothing like today's airy slices. These were flat, dense, and sweetened with honey, more like a primitive banana bread than a fluffy sponge. Egyptians were among the first to use natural fermentation, which gave their bread-like cakes a light rise. They hand-shaved them and baked them on hot stones or inside clay ovens. Think of it as the great-great-grandparent of your banana loaf. Humble, hearty, and naturally sweet. Travel to ancient Greece and you'll find round honey cakes baked in honor of Artemis, goddess of the moon. They even added candles to mimic moonlight. Yes, that's right, an early version of birthday candles. Meanwhile, Romans took a more decadent route, crafting cheesecake-like treats with ricotta, barley, and honey. These cakes weren't everyday desserts, they were luxury items, served at festivals or elite banquets. In Rome, cake wasn't just dessert, it was a status symbol. By the medieval era, the Crusades had brought exotic spices and dried fruits into European kitchens. Cakes transformed into ceremonial centerpieces. Think heavy fruitcake spiced with cinnamon and nutmeg, reserved for royal weddings, major holidays, or harvest festivals. They weren't just food, they were packed with meaning, and often symbolized abundance or fertility. Dense, spiced, and packed with meaning, cakes were practically edible treasure chests. A revolution in cake began with the discovery that beaten egg whites could act as a natural leavening agent. This was followed by the introduction of baking powder in the mid-1800s, allowing cakes to rise higher and become airier. Thus, the sponge cake was born. Baking also became more decorative as ovens improved and metal pans made shaping and layering easier. The Victorian layer cake soon followed, taking the tea table by storm. Flour, eggs, sugar, and a bit of chemistry made cakes rise, literally and socially. Why do we love cake so much? It goes beyond sugar cravings. Cake is a reward, rich, indulgent, and often saved for moments that matter. Psychologically, it taps into our emotional memory. We associate it with birthdays, parties, love, and joy. Even the act of slicing and sharing a cake creates a moment of togetherness, a ritual of bonding. Add to that the visual excitement, candles, frosting, layers, and you've got a dessert that delights all the senses. Cake triggers happiness before the first bite and lingers long after the last crumb. So the next time you cut into a slice of cake, remember, you're not just enjoying dessert. You're tasting thousands of years of tradition, emotion, and innovation all layered into one sweet bite. Whether it's a simple loaf or a towering showstopper, cake brings people together one celebration at a time. If you loved this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a story from Kitchen to Entertain. Until next time, keep whisking, keep baking, and keep celebrating life, one slice at a time.